Hello and welcome to AWS IAM Training. Here we will be discussing on how to create an IAM user, role, policy, user groups, MFA, access keys, and many more. First is creating an IAM user. First is we need to log into AWS console, then in the console, search for IAM. In the navigation panel on the left, select on Users, then click on Create User. Enter your desired name for the user. In this case, we will use Emergency Access, then tick. Provide user access to the AWS Management Console. Under Console Password, choose Auto-Generated Password, then click on Next. On the Set Permissions step, select Add User to Group. Then, under User Groups, click Create Group. Enter your desired user group name, in this case, Emergency Access Group. Then, under Permissions Policies, select Administrate or Access. Then click on Create User Group. It will redirect you back to the Set Permission page. Select the newly created user group, then click on Next. On the Review and Create step, make sure all the details that was inputted is correct, then click on Create User. Lastly, on the Retrieve Password step, you will see the user credential information. You can choose to click on Download.sv file to save the user credential information locally. Once completed, click on Return to User List, and the created IAM user should be displayed. Next is creating an IAM role. Again, you must be signed in to AWS console, then search for IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, select Roles, then click on Create Role. There are multiple trusted entity type. For this case, choose Custom Trust Policy. You will see a default script for the policy. Take note on the line under Statement, as this will be used specifically for this role. On the Add Actions for STS in the right side, select Assume a Role, then on the Add Principal on the right side, click on Add. The Add Principal page will pop up. Select on IAM Users on the Principal type, then key in the ARN earlier on the IAM user for emergency access. You can go back to Users, then select Emergency Access. Under Summary, you can see the RN. Once done, click on Add Principal, then Next. On the Add Permission step, select on the policy you want to use, in this case, Support User, then click on Next. Enter the role name and description, then click on Create Role. The role is now created and can be used. Moving on to creating an IAM policy. Go back to the console, then locate IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, select on Policies. If this is your first time choosing Policies, the Welcome to Manage Policies page appears. Choose Get Started, then Create Policy. Otherwise, just click on Create Policy. On the Specify Permission step, for this case, we will be importing a policy. Under Actions, choose Import Policy. In the Import Policy page, search for Power User Access. Choose and click on Import Policy. It will redirect you to the JS-owned script of the policy. Just click on Next. On the Review and Create step, enter the policy name and description, then click on Create Policy. Policy is now created, and you must be able to locate it. Next is creating user groups. Go back to the AWS console, then search for IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, select User Groups. To create a user group, simply click on Create User Group. Here you must provide the user group name, and you may opt to add the users you want to be attached to this user group. Also, you may opt to add the permission policies to the user group. Once done, simply click on Create User Group, and it is all set. The user group is now available. Moving to creating a multi-factor authentication. Go back to the AWS console, then search for IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, select Users, then choose the user you want to put MFA on. In this case, we select Emergency Access User. Under the User page, click on the Security Credentials tab to enable MFA, then scroll down to see Multi-Factor Authentication MFA. Click on Assign MFA Device. Here, type a device name, then for this case choose on Authenticator App, then click Next. Recommended apps are Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, and Authenticator App. To set up the device, you may choose to scan core code if it is available, or input secret key via clicking on Show Input Key, then inputting it on the MFA app. In the MFA Code 1 section, type the OTP that is showing in the virtual MFA device. Wait up to 30 seconds for the device to generate a new one-time password. Then type the second OTP into the MFA Code 2 section. Once done, click on Add MFA. MFA setup is complete, and the virtual MFA device is now ready for use. Next is resyncing multi-factor authentication. Similar to the previous step, go on the AWS console, search for IAM. Then on the navigation panel on the left, select Users and choose again User Emergency Access. Go back to Security Credentials tab in order to resync MFA. Choose on the MFA device you would like to resync. Then click on Resync. A pop-up window will appear and just key in the two MFA codes similar to how it is done earlier. Next is deactivating multi-factor authentication. Similar to the previous step, go on the AWS console, search for IAM. Then on the navigation panel on the left, select Users and choose again User Emergency Access. Go back to Security Credentials tab in order to delete/deactivate MFA. A pop-up window will appear about removing MFA device. Just click on Remove Device. MFA is now deactivated. Next is changing passwords of IAM users. Similar to the previous step, go on the AWS console, search for IAM. Then on the navigation panel on the left, select Users and choose again User Emergency Access. Go back to Security Credentials tab. Under Console Sign-In, click on Manage Console Access. As a root user, you can enable and disable console access. For changing the password, either you can auto-generate a new password or create a custom password. Once done, click on Apply and the password is now changed. Next is Reset Lost or Forgotten Password for root user. To reset the AWS root user password, start by signing in to the AWS Management console using your account's email address. On the sign-in page, select Forgot Your Password. Then enter the registered email address and complete the CAPTCHA. AWS will send a verification email. Follow the instructions in that message to create a new password. If you don't see the email, if you no longer have access to the registered email, refer to the AWS Sign-In User Guide for account recovery steps. Moving on to creating user access keys. On the console homepage, now go to the upper right of the page and click on the drop-down box near your account name, then click on Security Credentials. Scroll down and locate the Access Keys section, then click on Create Access Key. On the Access Key Best Practices and Alternatives page, choose any use case that requires you to create access keys, then click on Next. You may opt to add a description tag on the access key, then click on Create Access Key once done. On the Retrieve Access Keys step, your access key ID is shown, and the secret access key is hidden. Click on Show to see your secret access key, or you may opt to download it as CSV file. Once completed, click on Done, and you have now successfully created an access key. Next is deactivating user access keys. Similar to the previous step, go to the AWS console home, then on the upper right near your account name, click on the drop-down and choose Security Credentials. Under Access Keys section, click on Actions drop-down, then click on Deactivate. A pop-up window will appear for deactivation confirmation. Once confirmed, click on Deactivate. User access key is now deactivated. Next is deleting user access keys. Similar to the previous step, go to the AWS console home, then on the upper right near your account name, click on the drop-down and choose Security Credentials. Under Access Key section, click on Actions drop-down, then click on Delete. A pop-up window will appear for deletion confirmation. Once confirmed, click on Delete. Moving on to attaching IAM policy to IAM role. Go back to the AWS console home and locate IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, click on Roles. For this case, we will be attaching the policy to the role Support User role. Locate Add Permissions, click on the drop-down, and click on Attach Policies. You can choose multiple policies to be attached by just ticking on the checkbox on the left of the policy name. But for this case, search for Power User Example Policy, then tick its tick box and click on Add Permissions. Under Permissions Policies, you can now view the Power User Example Policy being attached to the IAM role. Next is attaching IAM policy to IAM user. Go back to the AWS console home and locate IAM. On the navigation panel on the left, click on Users. Then, for this case, choose again the Emergence iAccess user. Locate Add Permissions. Click on the drop-down and click on Attach Policies. On Add Permissions step, choose Attach Policies directly. For this case, search for Power User Example Policy. Then Tickets tick box, then click on Next. Review and examine the attached policy. Then, once done, click on Add Permissions. On the Users page under Permissions Policies, you will see that the Power Your Example policy has been attached to the user. Next is removing IAM policies in IAM user. Once again, go back to the AWS console home. Locate IAM, then, on the navigation panel on the left, click on Users. Select again Emergency Access User. Under Add Permission section, choose on the policies you want to remove. Then click on Remove. In this case, Power User Example Policy. A pop-up window will appear for confirmation. Then just click on Remove Policy. On the user page, you can now see the policy has been deleted. Next is removing policy in IAM role. Once again, on the AWS console homepage, locate IAM. Then on the navigation panel on the left, select on Roles. For this case, select on Support User Role, then under the Permissions Policy section, choose the policies you wish to remove. Once completed, just click on Remove. A pop-up window for confirmation of removal will appear. Just click on Remove. You can now see the policy has been deleted, or this role. Next is deleting policies. Once again on the AWS console homepage, locate IAM, then on the navigation panel on the left, select on Policies. For this case, choose Power User Example Policy as the one to be deleted, then click on Delete. A pop-up window for confirmation of deletion will appear. Enter the policy name in the text field, then click on Delete. The policy is now deleted. Go back to the Policies page, and you can no longer see the Power User Example Policy. Lastly, we will discuss on deleting an IAM user. Once again, on the AWS console homepage, locate IAM. Then on the navigation panel on the left, select on Users. For this case, select on Emergency Access. On the top right of the Users page, click on Delete. Type the username in the text field, then click on Delete. Go back to the Users page, and you can no longer see the Emergency Access user. That is all for the AWS IAM training.